issues of episode of Issues 8, and we're talking about things. People say all the time that there's not a lot of things to do in Laredo. That's not true. Joining me right now is Mr. Kenton Fox of T&K Raceway, and Mr. Fox, you've been racing remote control cars for a while. I mean, you're still a young cat, but can you tell me a little bit about how you've seen this hobby grow?
It's been growing little by little, but it's getting there. There's a belief that any of these cars can be really expensive, which is in part true. However, there's many that start at low prices, closer to around $100, and that may sound like much at first. However, when you think about it, you go to Toys R Us or Walmart and you buy one and it breaks. Where does it go after it breaks? That's the end of that toy, and usually it's for kids, and then they're not going to be happy about that at the end. They have to throw them away. However, if something like this were to break, there's always parts. What's called a hobby grade. There's two types of toys. There's a toy hobby grade and there's regular hobby grade. So the regular hobby grade, there's parts. So any single part you can buy and you can fix it, or you can make it better, faster, stronger, anything.
And you're talking about making it bigger, faster, and stronger. I think a lot of the interest that goes into this is the technology, and this whole race car isn't just a toy. I mean, the tires are there. Can you talk a little about the tires? They're like regular automobile tires.
This car right here this one has a world record for being the first ready-to-run 100-mile-per-hour vehicle out of the box. However, this one, since it's not considered a toy, it does come with a disclaimer, and on the remote control it has an adapter where you have to put in either an iPhone or iPod, and you have to watch about 2 to 3 hours of video of all the legal paperwork. You have to enter your driver's license number to unlock the 100-mile-per-hour mode, because at 100 miles per hour this becomes a missile, and it can still go even further than that, and that's with today's technology. This car is powered by roughly about 8 to 10 horsepower motor.
Wow, I mean, that sounds like it goes faster than my regular car.
And the technology underneath is something very simple that you see almost in today's modern cars. For example, the motor right here is similar to that of a car's alternator. As the motor spins in a regular car, the alternator produces electricity. The concept here in the RC cars is backwards. Now what we do is you place a battery or two here, and the battery signal or the power is sent to the motor, causing the motor to spin, which is connected to the drive lines, and then it powers the wheels. These wheels are really similar as to regular car wheels because they're actually steel belted. If not, they would literally balloon and explode or tear apart. So all these wheels actually have steel belts inside that hold them together at such high speeds. This car has actually seen up to 140 miles per hour.
Wow.
This car has so much technology as of today. It's just grown so vast that you could actually drive this car upside down at 100 miles per hour and it wouldn't fall because it creates so much downforce.
Wow. So it stays pretty good. It stays grounded pretty well, huh?
Mm-hmm. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's many more cars that are actually even better and faster than this. However, the price tag does go up a bit more. And there's also cars that are at a comparable level for a little bit less.
And what about this one right here? I mean, it doesn't look like it's made for speed, but it looks like something like
the beach.
Something for the beach. What is this one? Can you tell me a little bit about this one right here?
Each RC vehicle has their specific use. For example, the car would be on-road, and that would be more for off-road, especially loose dirt or sand or a day at the beach. That would be perfect. It won't get stuck anywhere. It's 4x4, and that one's also powered by a relatively small 5 to 7 horsepower motor, depending on how much voltage is put in. And you can control the voltage by how many batteries you put in.
And so this is more for having fun, but this one's the one for speed. And you recently made your own track. We have a little bit of video of the track. You brought some of your own footage. I don't know if we can roll a little bit of that. And this is just Wednesday nights. Can you tell me a little bit of what's going on here?
Every Wednesday night, we have races out here just for fun. And we start, as soon as the sun goes down, the lights go on, the track's already set up. We have rentals available also in case somebody would like to try one. And there's many different rentals available. And the best part about that is everybody gets to try one out, because it's not every day that you can borrow a $200-300 RC car and see the difference in the performance and the fun that it makes. And most of these electric ones have little to no maintenance at all.
and there we're seeing a gas-powered. What would you say is better, a battery-powered race car or a gas-powered race car?
For most people starting, it'd be the best idea would be to get something electric, just for the simplicity and the ease of use. However, if you're mechanically inclined, it's more fun if you have what's called nitro powered. They don't use it's called gasoline. They use a special mixture of alcohol and nitro gas. However, it's a bit pricey. It's at if you think $3 a gallon is bad for gas, imagine 30.
Wow, 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 wow.
However, it's very concentrated. Portion is pure alcohol and lubricants for the motor. And the one you saw there on the video is actually a two-stroke motor, and they need so much lubricants and special gas because those little motors are only about 2.5 cc's for cubic centimeters, and those motors rev up to about 60,000 RPM. So that's how they make all that power and speed. However, they are fun and they make a sound like nothing else you've heard out there.
And when we were watching that video, there was a little girl sitting on one of those race cars.
It's actually this one right here.
Wow.
This is what's called the 1/5 scale. It's 1/5 the size of a real one. That one also has roughly the same motor as one of these other on-road cars, just slightly larger.
And could a little girl ride on one of these, or not to put a little kid on one of these and go 30 miles an hour, but hypothetically, could you add something like that much weight on it, and will it drive?
You could put up to about 20 pounds roughly on it. Of course, it's not recommended for the child safety, but it does have enough power to pull something like that. And these do get up to about 45 miles per hour for its size.
And so, Kenton, you guys are going to have, inviting the public out one of these days. What day exactly do you guys have plans to even get the community out and involved in your racetrack?
Well, we're open every Wednesday from sundown to roughly about 11. If the racing gets good, we'll stay out there a little bit longer. That's only on Wednesdays. Usually the last Wednesday of the month we have an event where we'll race certain classes depending on the size. For example, this is a 1/5 scale. We don't have a class yet for those. However, we do have for the smaller ones, which is 1/10 and 1/16, and we have prizes at the end. It's usually the last Wednesday of the month. We are going to have a free track day, so if you have a RC vehicle and you'd like to try it out on the track, it's going to be Sunday, February the 14th. It's going to be from about 1 p.m. to about sundown, and everybody's welcome to go and check it out. A free track day. Usually on Wednesdays, it's $15 per person, and it's unlimited racing all night.
Awesome. I definitely would love to get out there, and we'll be right back after this.
Millions of people think